All right, man. I decided to do a boxing live today. Had another live lined up, but I wasn't really ready for it today, so I was kind of strapped for time. So this is what we gonna do today, man. We gonna talk about Charlo and Derevianchenko supposed to be done. What is it? September, October, I believe it is. Also going to talk about Thurman now. Basically hunting Errol Spence down, and it's the UFC. Have they finally surpassed boxing, or will it happen pretty soon? So appreciate everybody that will watch the live or catch us on the replay. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links are always in the description. Every video I do, or the Facebook group as well. If you want to jump over there, check us out. But all the links are in the description. Want to make a donation? Best way to donate is subscribe first, hit the bell icon button, thumbs up, comment. But if you've done all that, share the video is the best way to help me out with Cash App, PayPal in the description. So yeah, today Derevyanchenko got the job, they about to finalize the deal. It was told to me, people getting a $2.5 million offer from what Billy Joe Saunders said. I heard that Derevyanchenko was offered five. Now that could be different, right? But I heard that Premier Boxing Champions upped his $2.5 million offer, from Charlo. So he's gonna be making more than $2.5 million fighting Charlo, or around that. That's what they saying. So I'm still waiting on word on what's the new money that he could be making. But other than that, um, I heard 2.5. Everybody talking about 2.5. That came from Billy Joe Saunders. So I heard the zone was willing to pay him five to come back and fight Canelo. So maybe they was willing to pay him five, and they was willing to pay Triple G. People got to remember they was willing to pay Rah Salute. They was willing to pay. They was really Donald Banks Salute. They was willing to pay Triple G to fight Canelo. During the pandemic. That's what you got to. They was willing to do that. But when Triple G said no, then it was what Derevianchenko. I mean, now they got down to Torian Johnson, and Jason Quigley, and I heard that Torian Johnson may, if my memory serves me correctly, he was slated to fight Jaime Munguia maybe on the Canelo undercard. You know what I'm saying? So they got Anthony Darrell. Who else? Who else is in contention there? Darrell. I can't even remember who else all there. So many names. Well, Derevyanchenko was the one that Canelo preferred, but I heard they offered him $5 million. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that Al upped his offer, so he won't be he won't be losing out on double. So he will be making more than the 2.5. But it seemed like Al got the bag still, even during the pandemic. He got the bag. And what you got to understand about Al Heyman, he owns stock, or he owns a portion of Radio One, and Radio One is like one of the biggest radios. Anthony Salute is like one of the biggest radio stations or companies out there. They got damn near every radio station up under that. And it's another one, Clear Channel Radio. It's either one of the one he owned, but basically they're the same company. You know what I'm saying? And Al Heyman got bread to burn. He got investors' money to burn. He got bread to burn. So his dude's still gonna be eating good during the pandemic. The question is, what type of fights that he gonna give us during this pandemic? That's the $1 million question. You know, he have all the money in the world, and the boxing model that they're using now, when we talk about that, when we talk about the UFC, is broken. That model is broken, and but this Derevyanchenko Charlo fight is better than the Canelo Derevyanchenko fight. I don't know who all agree, but I think this fight is the better fight. I think a lot of people think Derevyanchenko gonna win this fight. I think Raison Salute. I think I picked Charlo to win this fight. Derevyanchenko is how old? That's a good question. Let me see how old Derevyanchenko is. Let me see, man, how old homeboy is, man. He is 34 years old. I mean, we could look at his resume, and don't forget, Derevyanchenko had 24 fights in the World Series of Boxing. You can look at that resume on BoxRec. And if you tired of the ads on BoxRec, use Brave browser. You can use Brave on your phone, and you can use it on your laptop or your computer. Brave browser is the best browser out there. They got an incognito truly tab. Google's incognito tab isn't that good. where Brave incognito tag, it don't tag you, it don't mark whatever you searching up. Use Brave. It got it's an orange lion. Brave is the best web browser you can use, right? So he lost 2 of his last 3 fights. The Jacobs fight, I mean, I really wouldn't say that was a heavy loss. Nobody really won that fight, in my opinion. But he fought Cole Clyde. He fought Torian Johnson, Sam Solomon. Remember, Jermaine Taylor beat him to regain an IBF title. Other than that, not too many guys. So he's 13-2 professionally with 10 knockouts. But the World Series of Boxing, he was 23-1. The only guy to beat him there was Brian Carlos Castanos, who's also a premier boxing champions fighter. He's under that umbrella now. Shout out to Leon. Thank you. 10-8 count salute. So, and he says those fights was above 160 pounds. So, Castanos is a fucking little monster, ain't he? Kobe 2K fan, salute. Anthony, salute. So, I mean, you just look at the situation for what it is. It's a good fight. I mean, we can pull up Derevianchenko's dimensions. We can talk about some boxing here. None of that bullshit. He listed at 5'9", 6'7" and a half. He a little compact dude. So you look at Jamal Charlo, and we can make the comparison with Jamal Charlo with Danny Jacobs as well too. They got to be similar. They got to be similar in height and stature. That's a fight I wouldn't mind having either. But this is a good fight. He's 6 foot and he's 73.5 inch. So he got a 5 or 5.5 inch reach advantage, and he got 3 inch in height. So I mean, at the end of the day, now in boxing, height is a disadvantage. Height is a disadvantage, and that's the God honest truth. A lot of these dudes don't know how to fight tall. Everybody want to come in and be tall. I was watching Sebastian Fondora on the Wilder and Fury undercard, and he just kept fighting backwards instead of stepping forward with the jab. I mean, Tommy Hearns could teach a lot of these dudes how to fight tall. I mean, Rob Reisha Jr. can learn that too. You don't have to step back. Butterbean salute, Mark salute, Benjamin Foe salute. You don't have to step back with the jab. You can step. Let me tell you this. This is how I would approach it, right? If I had a tall fighter like Charlo in this fight, how I'd approach it is, and I'm not saying he don't do this. I'm just saying, just looking at what he can do with his advantages in this fight. I would just have him really use that jab and just move forward and be aggressive. I wouldn't let Derevyanchenko get an angle. David Green salute. I wouldn't let Derevyanchenko even dream of having an angle. You know what I'm saying? I would legitimately just, be first with that jab. You can step in like Mikey Garcia got a good power jab, a peppering jab. I would just be first with that jab and, just keep pushing him back. And when he try to slide the back door, hooks to the body. He looking for the right hand to the head too. In that uppercut Charlo threw. I would just tell, I would tell, if I'm Ronnie, I would tell him use that jab, keep walking him down, don't let him go forward. Most of them most European fighters in general, they can't box on the back foot. That's the issue. So what I would tell him is to keep that jab moving forward. If Derevyanchenko get inside and close the gap, hold him, let the break, start again with the jab. I would just tell him to keep forward, keep that jab pumping down his throat. Stay on the front foot. Where when you can actually start to outbox guys and box on the back foot is when you establish that I can hurt you or I can hit you at will. Once you establish that I can bring the pain, a lot of aggressive fighters, they get timid. You know what I'm saying? And when you get a fighter timid or you get them thinking or you get their attention with some shit, then now you can box on the back foot and then you can coast and you can stick and move. But if you notice a lot of Floyd Mayweather fights when he was Money Mayweather, which most of us know him, Floyd Mayweather will get your respect. He will get your respect with that right hand. That right hand will get a lot of dudes respect. You have to establish respect. If you don't hit an aggressive fighter with something that they don't like, then they're not gonna have nothing to fear. So Charlo can't go in here, not saying this is temperament, his style. He can't go in here looking to box, stick and move, pivot, and no, that's what Derevyanchenko won't. You have to put the aggressive European fighter on his back foot. And once you're able to put him on his back foot, he doesn't function the same way. Now, you had Dmitry Pirog. You had a few guys. Kovalev, once Andre Ward put his backs to the ropes, give fuck what y'all say, it was over with. Once Andre Ward took the fear of power away from Kovalev, there was nothing else that he can do. He didn't have a hook. And once he got on inside his punches, it was a wrap. So Charlo has to keep him at the end of his punches. When Derevianchenko jump inside, you know what I'm saying? Hold him. Hold that motherfucker. It's as simple as that. This is a fight where he just gotta be aggressive. This is perfect style for him, to be honest. Walk him down. That's it. Just walk him down, shoot the jab. Because Derevianchenko is the one that's going to try to use his push-pop style. He going to try to feint, slip up under, pop up with some punishment, with some punches. He going to have to reach. You know what I'm saying? But the bad thing about this fight for Charlo is he don't have the greatest feet. Lather, salute. C-Dub, I see you. Janko, salute. He don't have the greatest feet. He's more of a plotter. And that's kind of what you got with Efe and Jabway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jermell had great foot with Ronnie, and Lara had great feet with Ronnie, and obviously we know what Rigondeaux can do as a fighter. But Jamal don't have great footwork. And that's the issue when you get in there with the Brad and Adams who in there trying to survive. And Dennis Hogan looked like they worked on some things that I think that they made a positive change in Charlo, is why I like Charlo in this fight. If you notice in the Dennis Hogan fight, Hogan got really good feet, and Jaime Munguia couldn't cut the ring off. But Charlo took a page out of Canelo book. When Canelo had issues cutting the ring off, he finally fought Lara after the Mayweather. What made that fight even to me is once Canelo and he saw Lara was trying to slide out the side door, Canelo would anticipate Lara sliding away, and he would throw a hook right where Lara was sliding into, and Lara would take that liver shot full blow, and it slowed Lara down, and it allowed Canelo to catch up in the fight. And that's why I was a draw in my book, because Canelo would throw that hook after a while. They made the adjustments, and Lara will walk right into the hook to the body. So many guys get frustrated when you can't touch a guy to the head. They want to go head hunting, swinging and swinging. The adjustment that Ronnie and Jamal made was, you know what? When Hogan tried to slide out the back door, we know our feet not better than him, but let's drop them body shots. And once you hit a fighter with so many body shots, he becomes stationary. You can't dance all night when you're getting touched, especially to the body. And that's what people kind of get the game messed up. When you fight these boxer punchers that like to stick and move around the ring, don't head hunt. You know what I'm saying? Really, you can jab, but you really should be jabbing to the solar plex and dropping the bombs to the body. Down the stretch, you can be getting outboxed three of the first 6 rounds. You can be outboxed all 6 rounds. But that body work gonna pay off. And there's a lot of fighters that benefit from boxing that it's a 12-round fight or sometimes 10. But some non-championship fight. If these fights was 15 rounds, boxing would have a totally different complexion. You notice you look at these dudes that fought 15 rounds like Marvin Hagler and all these knockouts they got. A lot of them knockouts was due to, shit going into the later rounds. There's a lot of fights you watch like, damn, if Joshua Greer would have started doing that to Magic Mike, earlier, or if he had a couple more rounds, if they would have went 12 or 15, Magic Mike would have been in some trouble. And that was the beauty of 15-round fights. And I to talk about 15-round fights for a minute, and I'll get to the chat in a second. Hopefully somebody jump on. I sent the link to, I don't even know. But once you get to 15-round fights, one thing, about 15-round fights, is that today they should do 15-round fights. People tell me all the time, I get this when I say these fighters don't fight enough, you know what I'm saying? And it's somebody that tells me like, well, it's unsafe to fight so much. No, what's really unsafe about hold on, somebody trying to text me. Hold on. But what's the really unsafe part about boxing? Donald Williams, salute. Appreciate it. Good listen to the COVID looking, salute. What's really unsafe about boxing is the sparring, man. I interviewed Julio Diaz a few years ago, man, and he said his eye got, and I say this all the time, he said he suffered his injury where his eye is messed up. He said that was a sparring injury he suffered. So more injuries happen in sparring than not. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these dudes are sparring so many rounds in camp, when if you fought more, you didn't have to spar those rounds. But with people fighting once, or Jose Salute, with these dudes fighting once or twice a year, why not go back to 15-round fights? You know what I'm saying? Why not? These dudes fighting once a year. That's my whole thing about it. They should go back to 15-round fights. A lot of these dudes fighting 12 rounds in a year. I mean, take Danny Garcia, for example. He been sparring before the pandemic. Big southpaws. Getting ready for Earl Spence. How many rounds of boxing sparring you think Danny did getting ready for this fight? You do all this sparring, and you really sparring is what breaks the body down. Training, running on concrete, lifting weights, doing resistance, calisthenics. And I understand some people say they don't do any strength and conditioning. All they do is the conditioning part. And that's crazy to me. That somebody doesn't do a push-up, a sit-up, a calisthenic, a pull-up, a dip. That's crazy. Because let me just tell somebody, I'm gonna get back to Charlo Derevianchenko. If all you doing is conditioning and hitting the bag, you don't have any strength. Even if you just did sit-ups, that's not enough strength for you to be an elite fighter, in my opinion, or be the fighter that you can be. There has to be some strength factor to your conditioning. This is why and it's no offense, and some people may take this the wrong way, but this is, and I understand, somebody told me a lot of Hispanic fighters don't do strength training. This is why they look so flat. That's why they so flat in the stomach, and you can do all the core you want to, but if you don't strengthen the rest of the muscles around the core, like you ain't gonna really generate no true. You ain't gonna never be an elite athlete that can box and got good strength and conditioning. That's why it's important. You can't just do all cardio and you burn all your muscle. You're gonna look like a piece of shit. And your body not gonna perform well. And you get that with females too. Females that do training and all they do is cardio and they don't have any, like, their body is just flat. You need that, Corey Lee Salute. You need strength. Strength part. Maybe resistant bands, put calisthenics, weight training. And what people don't know is that the strength and conditioning part, the weightlifting or whatever you do, the bands or whatever, that is truly how you burn more muscle. Burn more fat. The cardio, you burn calories, but you don't burn as much fat. Let's say you lost 10 pounds. You're probably lucky if 2 of those pounds are fat. That's why you got to have a balanced conditioning and you got to have a balanced strength plan. You can't just lift weights without the conditioning and be a fine-tuned athlete. You can't condition without lifting without being a fine-tuned athlete. It goes hand in hand. You have to do both if you want the most out your body. But back to Derevianchenko and Charlo, and that's for a lot of people that's just hitting the treadmill or running around the track, man. Throw some push-ups, some body dips, some tricep dips, or something. You need that strength. You ain't gonna never get the most out of your body. You ain't gonna never get the most out of your body doing that. So yes, a lot of it is water weight. Unless you're gonna take a supplement. So, but to look at this fight, and I take questions pretty much at the end, but I try to get to them. But to look at this Derevianchenko fight, it's all about distance. Controlling distance is the most underrated attribute about boxing. People talk about the hand speed, the footwork, the punching power, but one who can maintain distance and fight at the distance they like is probably gonna win the fight. This fight should be dubbed control the distance. If Derevianchenko get on the inside, Charlo gonna be in trouble. If Derevianchenko is anywhere but the inside, he gonna get punished. If he in the pocket, he gonna get punished. If he outside, he gonna get punished. If Charlo allows this man to outbox him from the outside or the pocket, Charlo need to hang him up. There's no way a dude that you got what 3 inches of height and 5.5 inches of reach or 5 inches of reach should be beating your ass from the outside. And the only way Derevyanchenko can beat him from the outside if he fight like Sean Porter. If he use angles, he feint, or Pacquiao more say. Pacquiao and Porter kind of use that style. The feints, all that. Corey Lee, let me know if you want to hop on, bro. The feints, the speed, the quickness, the head movement, and Derevyanchenko got some head movement, but he lacks the explosiveness of Pacquiao and Sean Porter. So if he able to feint and slip and get on the inside, and what I would recommend to him is when he slip and get on the inside, left hook to the body, right hook to the body, rip the uppercut up the middle. That's what I would do. I would recommend body work when you get on the inside. That's what I would tell him. A lot of body work. If he able to get on the inside, rip the body, break Charlo down. Charlo showed a lot of he had a really, really good chin. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to Corey. Hold on, man. I thought somebody was gonna hop on, but they ain't hop on, so a few people. But hey, it is what it is. I don't use StreamYard a lot, so I don't want to waste my free time. But I really think it's about distance. And if Charlo keep it everywhere on the outside, anywhere besides inside, he'll win. If Derevyanchenko is anywhere besides the inside, he'll lose the fight. But I think it's gonna be fight of the year. You got two dudes with good chins. You got Derevyanchenko, who got miles. He got way more experience fighting than Charlo. I think it's gonna be a war. I think it's gonna be fight of the year. I mean, Danny Roman and that Russian dude that he fought, I think they can rival this fight. I think it's gonna be the best fight you see. I just think that I seen some things from Ronnie and Jamal. I'm just gonna pick Jamal to pull the fight right now. I haven't watched the film, but I think what I seen when he did versus Dennis Hogan, I think they corrected some things. I think his jab is gonna be totally different from Golovkin. I think the speed aspect of it. I think he's faster than Golovkin. I don't think he hit harder than Golovkin. You got to remember, Danny Jacobs ain't the best neither, and Derevyanchenko. I think nobody really won that fight, but they knew each other, and I just think Charlo. I think Derevyanchenko gonna get old overnight, and I think Charlo should stop him, and I think people gonna discredit him because Derevyanchenko lost 2 of the last 3. Now, can I see the fight going the other way? Absolutely, I can see Derevyanchenko getting on the inside and beating Charlo ass to death. And Charlo, Derevyanchenko probably gonna headhunt when he should be working the body a little bit more. They go the distance, and he can win a fight. Or I don't see him stopping Charlo. If he do stop Charlo, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if he stopped Charlo, but it'll be because of the body work to the core he put in. So I just think Derevyanchenko got the angles. He got more experience. I don't think he possesses the punching power, but he obviously got power. I think the size, as far as the natural strength, that should be interesting. So I think it can go either way. I wouldn't bet on this fight. I know that's I should make a shirt saying I wouldn't bet on this fight because I don't bet on nothing boxing wise unless I know it's a short thing. He said just showing support, keep up the good work. Salute, Monty. But yeah, I think this fight gonna be a distance fight, and I think it's gonna be the best fight this year. I mean, what else you looking for? I mean, Lomachenko and Tio can rival it. But other than that, unless it's a fight that I don't see that's coming down the pipeline, if Mario Barrios and my man's rematch, that'll be a good fight. But I think this is gonna be fight of the year. I do. I think this is gonna be the fight of the year, no doubt in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be fight of the year. So I look forward to the fight. I think Charlo possesses a speed advantage, obviously a height and a length advantage. But like I said, height can be a disadvantage. He said, does Charlo have a good enough 1-2 to control? Yeah, he definitely do. I don't think the 1-2 is just it. Also, you got to worry about if he get past the 1-2, does he know how to hold? Does he know how to fight on the inside? Because Derevyanchenko showed that he get in your chest, he know how to work through contact. He know how to work the body. You know, can Charlo take body shots? And this can seem like a fucking setup, bro. To me, to turn out all that money to fight Canelo, this seemed like a setup. Corey Lee, my brother.
What's happening?
Shit. What you think about Charlo and Derevianchenko?
You can hear me good?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. No, I think that shit's a good fight, man. I really do. Man, I think Derevianchenko has a lot to prove, man. I just feel like, you know, he's been so fucking close, man. But it's like he can't get it done in the big fights. I mean, some people say he beat Golovkin. Some people say he lost to Golovkin. My personal opinion about the Golovkin fight, I think that I think Derevianchenko, you know, did pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Oh, he put his joint on mute. But yeah, I mean, I just
My
think
bad.
right now, man. Oh,
Go
you
ahead.
good, bro?
Go ahead.
But yeah, I think that Derevianchenko, man, he's a beast. He's a beast. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely got to be respected. If Charlo comes in his joint at 50, 75, even 80%, he's getting iced for sure. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like him, you can't play with dudes like Derevianchenko. This dude stay ready. Y'all gotta listen to what Danny Jacobs' uncle says, you know what I'm saying, Rozier. And I heard they ain't together no more, but that's another story. But you know, I just really think that Derevianchenko, he stays ready so he doesn't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you feel about Derevianchenko? Do you feel like he's got the goods to get it done, good fella?
Yeah, easily. He got more experience than him. He got 24 fights in the World Series of Boxing. Only guy that beat him was Castanos.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So that's a good thing and that's a bad thing. He probably got more mileage, but he got more experience. Remember, this Charlo played football. So he ain't as good a boxer technically as his brother, especially when he was with Ronnie. But if this fight is anywhere on the inside,
so who is Charlo with now?
No, that Charlo still the little. Jamel with Derek James. This Charlo is still with Ronnie. I wonder if FN Jabway still with Ronnie since switching over to Top Rank. That'll be. I don't know. Maybe he keep Ronnie. Maybe he don't. But yeah, I heard FN Jabway.
Who's switching over to Top Rank?
FN Jabway. I heard he signed with Jay Prince today, so I heard he's switching.
Oh man, Jay Princeton got this dude. Man, found him. Damn.
Bob got like 70% of the heavyweight division. But as far as Derevianchenko, I think if he get on the inside and he work the body, you know, I mean, I don't really see it going no other way. Can Charlo really shorten his shots up? You know what I'm saying? I think this is gonna be like the best fight. I think this is gonna be the best fight PBC ever put on. I do. That's the kind of expectations I got for this fight. I see knockdowns.
What expect?
You said what? He kind of cut out a bit. Away from him.
Hey, hold on, man. My shit trying to connect to my car, man. This shit got too much shit going on, man. Damn, man.
Oh man, the Bugatti fucking up. Oh no, Corey Lee a Maserati guy.
Nah, hell no, man. I'm balling on a budget.
Maserati budget, huh?
But look, hell no, man. But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, Derevianchenko could definitely get it done, but you know, as far as this fight goes with Derevianchenko, I mean, where does the winner go? What if it's a draw? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be that close of a fight where it could possibly be a draw.
Probably a rematch.
So you want to see this fight again? Possibly.
I think this is gonna be the best.
It's gonna be fight of the year.
I think so, bro. I think so. You got two guys with good chins, solid power. This style is just so appealing, bro. You got the inside fighter versus the boxer puncher who really can't maintain distance. This ain't got no other unless somebody fall out the ring on some Paul Williams, Curtin Citron shit, or fake a shoulder injury like Bernard Hopkins. This fight can't miss. I don't see it not being a good fight. It can't go no other way.
Yeah.
This is a setup, dog, for Charlo, bro. This is one of those
you might
fights.
be on to something.
This is one of these damn fights that like J Rock and Rosario. like why the fuck did you pick this guy?
Oh shit, yo.
like who the fuck? Like, why would you pick this guy?
J Rock fumbled that. Man, he dropped the ball on that joint, man. Some people say Jerry Hurd dropped the ball with J Rock, but J Rock, had like he hasn't got it done type thing. But when Rosario beat J Rock, I was like, what the fuck?
I seen that kid fight before.
You ain't see that coming, no good fella.
No, I know. I seen that kid fight. Hell no, I ain't see that coming. But I seen that kid fight Adrian Broner fighter, DeMarcus Clark. I was like, oh, he ain't about to do shit. That's what I told myself. I said, he ain't about to do shit. And he went in there, and I was looking for a minute. I said, okay. I said, J-Rock tagging him. But I said, this kid ain't losing position. Then he started landing, and J-Rock started doing the Harlem Shake a little bit. I'm like, oh, shit. And I was fucked up when he won that fight. I was like, man. Like that Russian kid from UFC. Hey,
I think I was watching your joint.
No, I didn't go. I don't know. I might have. I was like that Russian cat that fought at Aldo this weekend. I was talking to World Breaker. Well, he Lion Killer. Now I was talking to him. I was like, man, I should have. I said he a plus 240. I should have dropped a couple hundred on him. He beat the shit out of Jose Aldo ass. I mean, he had this dude leaking on the canvas. I'm asking the ref like I'm next to him, like stop the fucking fight. That Russian kid was serious, bro. That Russian kid was beating the hell out of Aldo. I think Aldo was
like, they was gonna stop the fight though. They ain't even stop the fight.
They stopped it after a while. After his blood.
Aldo got it.
Go ahead.
But look, I know we jumping from subject to subject, but that's how me and Goodfella get down when we be on the live stream together. But Otto need to wrap it up, man. Otto is done. I mean, Otto's got so much miles on his tank, he could possibly be having brain damage now. I mean, this dude's been getting punished the last couple fights. I'm like, God damn. I mean, he's been on ice season greatest hits. I mean, so he's got to just relax, man. He's got to retire, man. I think that's the best move for him.
I agree, but man, they took some punishment. I'm looking like Apollo trainer. Throw that goddamn towel in, Rock. But I was looking at dude. I was like, this Russian kid ain't playing no role. I will crush you. But yeah, back to Derevianchenko Charlo. That's gonna be the best fight PBC ever put on. What I tell you? That's gonna be the best fight ever. That's gonna be some. This is a fight that I would recommend.
You think that's gonna be?
Go ahead.
You think that's gonna be a better fight? You think that's gonna be a better fight than Earl Spence, Danny Garcia?
Hell yeah! And plus you get it for like what's Showtime these days? $12.99?
I don't know.
You get that fight for $12.99. You paying $80 for that fight. For then and there, your expectations high as giraffe pussy. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You ain't no movie theater to go to for $20. Right then and there, that you want to see somebody. So you want to see somebody lying on the canvas. I guarantee you, Jamal, Charlo, and Dervish, if they put this on Fox, which I don't think they is, that fight will single-handedly bring back boxing. That fight is gonna be like a war, bro. I'm telling you, this is a perfect fight. This is the perfect fight for your non-boxing friends. Hey man, come watch this Derevianchenko Charlo fight. You ain't even gotta kick in on it. Or you can lie and tell them they on pay-per-view and tell them to kick in $10. But but this gonna be ruthless. Earl and Danny ain't got no is unless something happens.
You really think so?
Look, unless somebody fly out the ring or a parachute man come drop kick one of them niggas in the ring between Charlo and Earl and Danny ain't got a bash chance in hell unless they put it on Fox for free. This fight is gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be knockdowns, blood. Now, if Charlo go in there and knock him out with a 1-2, I'd be like, I don't know. But I'm telling you, if Derevianchenko live up to his expectations, see the reason why Danny Jacobs and Derevianchenko wasn't no good because Danny Jacobs scared to get hit. He fought like a bitch. I ain't gonna mention no words about it. Charlo don't care about getting hit. He don't know. He don't have. Ain't no D in defense. Ain't no D in Jamal
But do
Charlo.
you think? But do you think John Charles can get hurt?
Yeah, to the body. Yeah, you know what they say. Good chin, go to the body. You think Golovkin got hurt? Derevyanchenko hit him with like a liver shot.
You feel like he's got a weak body? You feel like he's got a
That's
weak
the
body?
narrative.
You feel like
When they got it, what they say in the gym, if you got a great chin, you go to the body. If you got a great chin, go to the body. Everybody thought Golovkin had a granite chin. Derevyanchenko hit him with that garlic butter parm to the liver. He almost threw up his motherfucking esophagus. Yeah, go to that body. Don't nobody go to Charlo body. You go to the body, you work that body. He can break him down, bro. Anthony say, Corey, why do heavier divisions in boxing have issues with balancing technical fighters and power punchers, but the lighter divisions don't have an issue? Because they bigger. I can answer that one. They bigger. Naturally, when you lower to the ground, you got more, you probably more, athletic. The bigger you are, the clumsier. You got some dudes that's not clumsy, that's bigger. But these new heavyweights, motherfuckers clumsy. Who will Golovkin fight next? He gonna be fighting Kamil Zamata. You breaking up a little bit, but go ahead. Yeah, Corey Lee breaking up. Yeah, he fell off. But but that's why. It's rare that you get a Muhammad Ali or a taller fighter, man. So appreciate for having Corey Lee on. He kind of fell off. He was on his way to work. He driving his Maserati. The Bluetooth wasn't working that good in the Maserati, but y'all know we all love Corey Lee. So yeah, let me know who y'all think got winning, Derevyanchenko or Charlo. But I think that's gonna be the best fight. I think it'll be the best fight PBC put on. I mean, if this ain't one of the best fights, and I ain't talking about live gate, which ain't gonna be no fans. I ain't talking about parades, parachutes, name. I'm talking about this is go stylistically wise. I'm expecting Hagler and fucking Hearns. That's what I'm expecting out of them. I'm expecting this to be a knockout drag, and it's probably gonna be the opposite. But I just like this fight so much. Stylistically wise, I love this fight. You ain't no hoe in Charlo, ain't no hoe in Derevyanchenko. Charlo not gonna be like Danny Jacobs dancing around, scared to get hit. Charlo don't mind getting hit. Derevyanchenko don't mind getting hit. This gonna be the shit. Yeah, salute to Corey Lee. I'm telling y'all, mark my words, bro. If this fight don't deliver, unless some funny shit come on. Oh man, not the Will Smith. Not the Will Smith. No dude, Big Willie style, man. Going to Miami. I ain't know Big Willie style almost went diamond. I forgot Will Smith was that. Man, I better stop playing with Will Smith.
He really was. He low-key had a flow, man. Like people was hating on him.
Yeah, in the 80s, man. Summertime is one of the greatest. That's better than anything Eminem contribute to hip hop, bro. Stop playing with me.
Man, what? Hey, low key though, he wasn't really even looking. That steel shot made it look worse than what he was looking on there. He really was on there like, I've been being Big Will. I ain't worried about this. I'm just mad. You got me caught up in this BS.
Man, I'm telling you, man, men and black man, Will Smith, like white people wise, Emilio Estevez was like the guy in the 90s for like white people. Now, black actors, Will Smith. He almost had a diamond album, bro.
He might have went diamond, bro.
Oh, it did?
He might have.
Yeah, he was right there. He like right at $9 million. Like he went diamond. And he had blockbusters out. Men in Black. Wild, despite how you felt about him, Wild Wild West. He was
Independence Day.
See, that before we get to boxing, I'm gonna ask you about Derevianchenko Charlo because Corey Lee just jumped off. But what killed me about these motherfuckers today, and when we talk about hip hop, rap, and all that, they will forget how great a rapper was or how great an actor was, and just look at him today and say that's like Roy Jones. If you wasn't alive or you didn't follow boxing in the 90s, you'll be like, oh, Roy Jones was garbage. He couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But you forget everything he did up, to his greatness.
Right.
Will Smith was dominant. Like dominant. The movies, the rap, all of that.
Swag. Business moves.
TV show. Dude, Nick Cannon had a flashback on on Vlad TV he did the other day. This dude had the Fresh Prince. He had TV on lock. He had music on lock. He had the box office on lock. Name me somebody else that did that. Will Smith is a Hall of Fame rapper. No doubt about it.
I agree.
Hall of Fame. He going to the Hall of Fame. What you think about Derevianchenko Charlo?
Is it gonna be at 60 or 68?
60 is for his WBC title, the regular title.
It depends, man. Well, no, this Charlo a little bit more composed. I think he get the win. I mean, Derevianchenko then pretty much. I think he beat Triple G, but lost against Danny Jacobs. I think that Charlo hit harder than Danny Jacobs. And if he focused and don't fight him like he did, what's that boy name? Brandon Adams. I think that was his name. He fought that went like 12 with. I don't think he can get Derevianchenko out of there, but I think he can knock him down a couple of times if he hit at least as hard as Triple G do, which I think he does.
Man, I think it's gonna be a war. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. I don't think Charlo can maintain that distance that good. So I think it's gonna be a little give and take there. It could go either way. I picked Charlo to get the stoppage though. What you think, Lion Killer? You know a little bit about this?
Yeah, I heard some news about it. I think Charlo has the advantage reach-wise. I think Derevianchenko. I think Derevianchenko has more skill, but he has to get inside, and that could be the cancel out right there. I don't know if Derevianchenko
Charlo maintain that distance though. That ain't easy to do. How many fighters you know today can maintain distance with height?
Not many.
Maybe Fury.
It's not taught anymore. It's really not taught anymore. But if he can maintain distance, it's a long night for Derevianchenko. I think Derevianchenko in certain spurts will take punishment. I don't think he can evade Charlo for long. Charlo's not the fastest middleweight, but he is one of the more powerful middleweights. So I think Charlo needs I think he really needs to increase his work rate in his next fight, man, to kind of impress me. His last few outings haven't been impressive to me. So
his feet not good.
Right.
His feet not good. You know what I'm saying? That's like Adrian Broner. People want to know why Adrian Broner and Wilder don't throw combinations. Look how wide their base is.
Everything's trying to be power.
Everything is power. It's not, when you move up in weight, if he moves up again, he gonna have to get more, Nero and more on his toes. When you move up, you beat dudes with speed, and you beat people with intellect, IQ, and all that. But like I said before, if he drag Charlo, I'm telling you, he gonna drag Charlo into an inside fight. I think.
You're right though, because I just thought about it. I remember the last live we was talking about like Otto Wallin and Mean Machine and somebody else, and how you was like, man, Wilder just can't fight like Otto Wallin. But I was like, you're right, but somebody like Derevianchenko can, because he know that's his way. He got to win like that, because this fight really set up for Charlo to basically take another step in 160. So he gonna have to go in there and take it from him.
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna be all in for this fight. Popcorn, pizza, whatever. I ain't been this happy about a fight in a long time, but I just don't see no way this fight don't deliver the best fight PBC ever put on. That's what I'm dubbing it. I don't see how not.
And Jamal Orthodox, right?
Yeah, I believe he Orthodox.
Oh, that's Jamal. That's a Southpaw, then, ain't it?
No, they both Orthodox, ain't they? Or is this one Orthodox? Southpaw?
I thought one of them was a Southpaw. I could be.
I thought Jamal was a Southpaw.
No, he's an Orthodox.
Okay. Now, depending on how this fight ends and how it goes, this would really put the onus on Triple G and Canelo as far as Charlo goes. If he dispatches Derevianchenko in a way, or if he wins in a unanimous decision, that's going to be measured, or should be measured, against both of their performances. Against
they both
Canelo hadn't fought. I'm sorry.
Hold on, they both right-handers. Hold on, they both right-handers. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just think that if Charlo does very well against Derevianchenko, you pair him up against Triple G. You know Triple G and Canelo, they're good at avoiding fights with talented fighters. So
and young fighters with Canelo.
Right.
I look here, man.
Canelo got a whole generation that's the same age as him that he won't fight.
Yeah, and my whole thing about I ain't even knocking Canelo no more. Because what he doing, it make it look good because what everybody else not doing. Instead of everybody else doing what they need to do, Canelo just got to do a little bit more. And it's better than what everybody else doing. Ain't nobody else fighting their contemporaries. Look at the welterweight division. All of them 30 or above now. The majority of them.
Yeah, Keith Thurman calling out Errol Spence after he'd been flung from a car. You know, he was never calling him out before that. I don't recall it.
Well,
go ahead.
I just don't recall it.
I'm the only person like who really I lost respect for Keith about what he said about Bud at time, but I'm the only person that still be saying like I think he always had intentions of fighting Errol, but he wanted to get his payday off of because he kept the same stance, even though that's considered ducking. But if they really wanted them to fight, I think they would have made the fight if both of them really wanted it. Because Keith get better treatment than Errol. Can't nobody tell me otherwise.
But he grandfathered in. You know, he was the HBO generation. Errol made his debut on Showtime. People forget that. He grandfathered in. But we could switch it over to that. I mean, with Thurman, I mean, he like a Sour Patch Kid. You know, sometimes you love him and sometimes you don't like him. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to see the fight. But that's gonna be their replacement for not making Bud and Earl. And then when Earl get done, if he healthy and beat Danny and whatever he got to do, then he got to move to 154. That's just going to be their supplement for that fight, you know?
And I think Errol probably will be better at 154 as soon as all them killers leave. I think he's going to be better at 154.
I mean, we were talking about that on the phone like a week ago that, you know, Lion Killer think he should skip 154 and go to 60.
I don't know.
Ain't nobody there. He made a good point. Canelo going to be gone. Golovkin 100 years old, so he going to be on his way out. I mean,
who you talking about? Oh, you talking about
Earl Spence? Remember we talked about Earl
Spence?
Yeah. 54?
Yep.
60.
Well, now you say it like they got a point.
54 is ridiculously deep. And there's so much parity in the division. You can't call a win. If you bet on any fighter at 54, any of the top 5 or 6 fighters, you might lose your money. So you just never know what's going to happen at 54, and that's the type of boxing that I enjoy. Stuff that you can't call, stuff that you can't immediately prognosticate. So, you know, I like Rosario right now, even though Rosario doesn't have the skill of some of the other guys at 54. It's something about that kid is nasty, and sometimes nastiness prevails over everything else.
Yeah, you got them intangibles, but
yeah.
With Keith, I mean, I still want to see Keith and Earl Spence. Like I said before, people got mad because I said I still thought Keith beat Pacquiao by a point, not called it a robbery.
Yeah, it was close. I think that body shot that Pacquiao landed that fight won Pacquiao to fight.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. Remember when Adonis Stevenson landed that body shot on Badu Jack, and that kind of, you know what I'm saying, it turned the tides, and it was the exact same fight. Pacquiao pretty much dominated the first half. Adonis Stevenson dominated the first half on Badu Jack. Badu Jack and both Thurman came back down the stretch, and it was a body shot that stopped Badu Jack momentum, and it was a body shot that stopped Keith Thurman momentum. But one thing we know about Keith Thurman, he ain't no whole ass nigga. He walked through some shit when he fought Pacquiao.
Facts. And look, to keep it a bean, Keith wasn't even healthy. His hand was hurting that fight.
Yeah, I think he was too confident coming into that fight. You know, if you look what Pacquiao did his first fight with Broner, he didn't look pretty good versus Broner. Man, he was falling all over the place.
He was on that VA juice for Keith.
I mean, he was on both of them, you know, because he didn't take the drug test until like 2 weeks out with Pacquiao.
And yeah, to AB cried to Al Heyman.
He had no other choice. That ain't fair. You know, but don't forget Maidana coming back in the division too. Don't forget Keith Thurman debut on HBO was supposed to be versus Maidana, and Maidana pulled out.
Hey, listen.
Hold on. Let me tell you about Keith Thurman before you go. People forget Keith Thurman was Errol Spence. Then nobody want to fight. Don't duck me. Nobody wants.
Better not duck me, son.
He called out Amir Khan in the middle. I don't know what arena was that. He was by like a hot dog stand. Like looking back at it, I can't be mad at Keith Thurman, bro. Because he had to fight. Maidana pulled out. Floyd didn't want to fight him. Paulie didn't want to fight him. Kenny and Sean ducked him. Like, people get mad at Keith Thurman, but he doing the same thing Earl doing to Terrence. It ain't no different. So you got to call a spade a spade. We get mad at Keith Thurman, but it ain't no different. He got in a car accident. Errol Spence got into a car accident. We could just go on and with the comparisons. I'm not mad at the motherfuckers when you look at it in the totality. I'm just not mad at them.
CJ, I just thought about something funny when you said Maidana coming back. Like low key, Maidana got AB talent in the boxing glove, kind of like Space Jam with the Monstars.
Yeah, he was hit that. That boy wasn't the same.
He got to whoop Maidana to get his confidence back. That Maidana still living in his mind.
I'm surprised he AB tough. He made that, man. That was I never still watched that full fight.
Listen, I'm telling you, when I sent you that link that Bruce Vane did with that cheating with whatever smelling salt or something they gave Maidana, go back and watch the. It was a pill. Okay,
that was a pill they popped in his mouth. I could be wrong,
but I think Alex Ariza was what his strength is in conditioning coach, right?
And I don't even want to talk about that guy. I'll be talking to Memo Hernandez about them dudes, man. Like he be having me cracking up, bro. Like all these dudes scurvy, man.
But go back and watch it. Like he was winning rounds. I mean,
down the stretch, I heard,
he just got caught by that the way that Maidana was. I think that was I don't know if it was. I think it was a right hand or it was a left hand. The way he was throwing it was looking like a jab, but he was just getting AB with it. AB was just off. That's why he had a little success against Floyd, but Floyd just way more savvier than AB.
Somebody said Maidana beat Floyd in the first fight. It was close.
I mean, he made it ugly, but what happened in the second fight?
C-Dub say Keith and Bud is at 50-50. Not right now. I'm going to tell you why Mayweather and Bud beat Keith. He load up too much.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. He just load up too much.
I was watching.
He has atrocious footwork, man.
Which one? Thurman?
Thurman does. Thurman's never in a good position for a punch. And if you pay attention, you saw that in the Pacquiao fight, his balance, man. Just certain things. He was never in a position to really plug Pacquiao. And he could have been if his foot position. That's always been my biggest thing about Thurman. Thurman has great tools, but it's the ones that that a lot of people aren't looking at that keeps him, for me, being what he could potentially be. So, man,
I was screaming at him in the movie that he kept taking a half. First, it was like 2 steps back. Mm-hmm. He kept taking, then he got it to a step. Then he got it down to a half step. He kept resetting, dog, and letting Pacquiao slide off the side.
And he was going straight back. That was his biggest issue.
Yeah, but he didn't even have to go straight back down the stretch.
He didn't.
He refused to. Him and Sean Porter, you got to put a pistol to their mama head to make them throw a straight punch.
Do you think it was really him just nutting up because he was under the big lights?
I just think it was like how you call it. I think that was just his style.
Yeah.
That's him. Keith Thurman used to be a wild pressure puncher in the amateurs, but I just think it's like a reset for him. Mm-hmm. That's just embedded in him. You know, you could just tell he was trying to stop the half step, and Pacquiao was taking advantage of it. You're right about his footwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Pacquiao stepped on Thurman's foot when he knocked him down.
Yeah, I mean that's a southpaw trick. You know
what I'm saying? That's what people ain't get, except Lennox Lewis pointed it out.
But Thurman has a bad way of dragging his back foot when he's in his stance. If you notice, you go and look at his fights, his back foot, it doesn't slide right. It just doesn't look right to me. And if you catch him in a certain angle, certain position, he's just not in a good position to return fire. Yeah. So with a guy like Pacquiao, and from what I recall of that fight, Pacquiao moves so much. Thurman was never in a position to really just give him business, man.
He started trying to walk him down a little bit towards the end, but he started walking down to
he started throwing straight punches. Yeah, he finally threw that straight right hand. He pushed Pacquiao head to the lights.
Okay, I do remember that.
But like he said, he didn't take advantage of it.
Right.
That motherfucker would still take a half step back. I'm like, what are you doing? Like a dude like Roberto Duran and Chavez they would have capitalized off of that one. You know, but Keith Thurman just not a true pressure fighter. He said Pacquiao's our moves the mover against Thurman. I don't know what he meant by that one. Moves out. He said Pacquiao move out, moves against Thurman. He said Keith runtime had moves. Okay, there you go. He said Shamar Walker said Pacquiao was on the power pellets. I mean, I don't think nobody disputing that. Boxing pound for pound channel salute. He said
whether he's on power pellets or not, he's still 41 years old.
Yeah, man,
41-year-old motherfucker.
And been iced like 3 times in his career.
Yep. Listen, if he was on that Vitor Belfort shit, that'd be a different animal. But that motherfucker wasn't on no Vitor Belfort shit. He was on some regular steroids.
So you saying
he could have got beat? Shit.
Yeah, I feel that. You know, he won by a point. I mean, he won by a split decision, but I mean, at the end of the day, Thurman ain't got nothing to blame himself. But now he want to fight Errol Spence. But that's always been the plan.
And it's more money for Pacquiao to stay winning.
Yeah, and then it's always been a plan for PBC to do Thurman and Errol Spence, and that's gonna be the closeout fight for them. That's gonna close out that era. The Errol gonna move up, and Thurman. He was talking about the pep talk. He ain't even trying to go up to 54, back to 54. So Thurman gonna retire.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This welterweight era, I was expecting great and phenomenal things. It's been a major disappointment to me. How everything has turned out. It's turned out to be shit. Fights, people are delaying fights. People are seemingly avoiding fights. Things are not happening as they should. And even with this COVID shit going on, people should be trying to put shit together. I get tired of talking about it because it's like, it's probably never going to happen as much as we want it to. It's just not going to happen.
They could be their own boss, right? A lot of PBC fighters could have fought 2 or 3 times already.
You're right.
They should have been gone.
You could have had legendary night type of fights. And these guys, they're so preoccupied about the financials. They don't understand the long-term ramifications of not fighting. They could have made more money down the line if they just fucking fought now. Fought in the past.
Sean Porter made the most money in a loss. Ian said underwhelming. Red Game said I agree. 47 is the wackiest division. Aaliyah Gibbs said Charlo should win this fight, but this is Charlo, and this fight is not official. So Charlo, the fight may not happen. Maybe not. C. Douglas Keith would beat Pacquiao. Keith plan would have worked to build up the Spence fight, but it almost worked. I mean, same thing with AJ and Wilder. They both tripped up, right? And it didn't work. So my whole thing about it is, I don't even know how people can blame Terrence Crawford. I want to make it about that because they was having issues before he got there. Not only when Terrence Crawford came, they started to kind of move. They started to move a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
In the division, what, about a year and change?
Roughly?
Yeah, you can't put that on him. You can't.
They wasn't fighting each other to begin with.
Exactly.
You know
it's a lot of cats. They're getting fat off of big paydays. They don't have the motivation. They don't have the drive. They don't have the will to fight each other unless I'm getting all the money for it. I mean, it's people just like you. I think you had put out a report, a few weeks ago, a month ago, AB wanted $10 million to come back or come out of his bullshit retirement and fight. This is the type of shit that we don't need in boxing. These motherfuckers need to be taking pay cuts right now because the market isn't there. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. It is what it is. Right now, people weren't fighting before. I mean, before COVID, people weren't fighting before, and they damn sure ain't trying to fight now. They're not trying to save the sport. I feel like the sport is on a respirator right now.
It is, man. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Man, listen, all they got to do is eliminate Showtime and make every fight be on Fox, CBS.
They don't have a budget. And CBS not going to do that. It's just a budget thing.
Well, I mean, put it like this, Fox and ABC, since Disney technically own both, they a lot of budget.
They own 21 First Century, the movie version.
Yeah, they don't own Fox. They don't own the movie studio.
They'll never do that. You would think they would put Tyson Fury versus like Otto Wallin on ABC. They wouldn't do it.
I'll put it on that religious network you talk about.
With Dan Raphael.
Yeah.
In fact, Lawrence Williams said PBC welterweights was fighting each other. They just didn't let Spence in. But Spence was the main cog.
Right.
So, I mean, he was the dude that they was building to take Mayweather's spot. I mean, remember, Keith didn't fight Spence. Porter didn't fight Keith. I can go down the line for you. Porter refused to fight Keith. You know what I'm saying? Credit to Keith. When Keith got his chance, he gave Porter a shot. But don't forget also, with Keith, Paulo Malignaggi had the belt. He refused to fight Keith. He fought Adrian Broner.
Yeah, he says it's called prize fighting, dummy.
Yep. And then you got Maidana. He pulled out after losing to Devin Alexander for the IBF. He pulled out versus Keith Thurman. So people don't want to talk about what Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was the original PBC fighter that made 3.5 to fight Bundu because they didn't want to fight him. That overpaying dudes because the opponents that want to fight him. They kind of started with Keith Thurman.
Right.
They did. When he paid Keith Thurman $3.5 million, whatever year that was, to fight Bundu because they couldn't make people fight him. Like, that was a lot of money to fight nobody.
But Keith Thurman is, I mean, his biggest payday was Pacquiao, and he just got $7 million?
No, he
I
got
think he got more than that.
Well, that was back end money. He got a little bit. We got more. They did what?
About 600 something, because
he got paid.
AB and Pacquiao did close to $500,000.
Yeah, but Keith couldn't carry a bag of scissors by himself. So
no, he actually did.
I mean, when he fought on CBS, he had some good numbers. He got the best numbers.
But you mean CBS and NBC?
No, he fought on CBS.
Okay, I thought he did.
He did fight on NBC before.
But I mean,
he was the main event after I think Broner fight John Molina, right?
He might be right.
He fought Guerrero that night, I think.
My whole point is he was the original person that got overpaid because Amir Khan didn't want to fight him. Paulie didn't want to fight him. He said if I knocked on that door, AB didn't want to fight him.
He was the boogeyman of the division for that short time. I remember.
For absolutely he just got overpaid not to fight. I mean, can you get mad if just like people at home on unemployment, you think I'm gonna go in to work and Johnny not going to work and he making double or a little bit more than me and I can sit on my, it's the same thing. He not gonna go out there and change.
But the cause and effect of all of that is you got Top Rank putting bullshit on. You got the UFC making legendary cards, growing their sport, and you got fighters at home that could be thinking long-term, future, big dividends by fighting, by doing this shit during this period of time where all the focus can be on them. Pay-per-view numbers will be up. You just won't have a live gate.
They said Guerrero was on NBC and Collazo. Yeah. I think Collazo was on ESPN, bro. Yeah. That was on ESPN. But at the end of the day, it's Al Heyman playing.
It is. And look, I ain't gonna blame Top Rank because they trying to get the fights, but fighters still sick. Jamel Herring just tested positive again for COVID.
That's on him. That's twice.
No, I'm just. I mean, who knows? He probably didn't have it the first time. Like these tests been kind of
false positive.
Right.
False positive. They said it was. They said it's a false positive, but then they don't have the fighters ain't available. Bob said he said we tried to make better fights. He said the fighters simply ain't ready. He said we was calling guys that I think he said it was calling guys that weren't even in they wasn't even in their spear. He said they simply couldn't get the guys. So what that tell you? Ain't nobody taking no mastered off risks in boxing.
I'm just telling you straight up. I'm tired of these fucking excuses. I get tired of people hearing about people talking about the same shit, and it's like spinning your wheels, chasing your tail. At the end of the day, when is the boxing community going to force the fighters, going to force the promoters, make their ass pay up so we can get our money's worth as fans? That's how I feel about it. I've never seen a sport that dictates the fans. I just never seen it so bad here. I mean, you can force baseball, you can force NASCAR, football, all these other sports. The fan runs the show. But in boxing, it's the promoter and the fighter that's calling the shots.
Yeah, it's too many. Oh, my fault.
Oh, go ahead. You good, man. Go ahead.
I was saying, like, it ain't enough hardcore fans that actually care. That's not gonna watch none of the BS. That's number one, because people still watching and say, "Oh, we got these numbers and this number." Two, with all these fake real bosses, their structure, like CJ Bomac alluded to this before, it's bad. They don't have a plan. Nobody on there got a fight by fight like plan. They don't have no fight deals on all these networks. So that's another reason why it's bad. Is the product has got trash over the years. They've been paying for some trash fights. They trying to put everything on pay-per-view, and people not paying $60 and $70 for all these lackluster boxing fights. It might have been 2 main events last year that was on pay-per-view that was worth watching, and that's what Spence and Porter and Keith and Pacquiao, right?
Yeah, Naquan Gates in the super chat. Much love when I think on Twitter. Salute. Yeah, no problem.
CJ,
But,
you remember when we were watching UFC, the UFC fight the other night, and we both said we seeing better boxing in the UFC than we seen in boxing lately.
you ain't lying that Max Holloway, the Russian kid, and then Mastodon had some hands in the beginning.
Yeah, that Russian kid versus Jose Aldo.
Look
Those
here.
motherfuckers was throwing hands like a mother. They were throwing boxing hands.
I want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing that Russian kid fight again.
Oh, that boy's a beast.
And Max got robbed. I don't give a fuck with nothing.
Oh, Max got fucked over.
Max got robbed. I'm gonna get that Dana White on Twitter. Run that.
Hey,
He got robbed.
Speaking of Twitter, dog, CJ, see whoever run Demetrius Andrade account, see if they let you get access to it, so you can run down on everybody in 160.
They ain't gonna do nothing. Canelo ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Like they
gotta pull the Shannon Briggs on everybody, because it seems like if you got a WBO title and you good, people do not want to fight you.
Steve Fulton fighting Angelo Lee. I heard that's gonna be a good fight. I heard my boy out the Mayweather gym say Angelo Lee gonna win.
And when they fighting?
I don't know, like beginning of August, I think.
Okay, cool.
Tildren Lander says the fans condone bullshit and fall into fanboyism of being PBC top ranked, the zone fan haters, and the shit's sad. Stop being fanboys and go back to being consumers. But it's also narratives. I'm fucking sick and tired of people's narratives. That shit, it's like watching the Young and the Restless, man.
August 1st, they're fighting. Lawrence Williams say. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, they condone sucker shit. It's no consistency. At least be consistent.
Yeah.
I'm consistent when it comes to boxing, no matter who you is. Like, people say, oh, you pro top rank. Oh, I'm not pro top rank. I'll just see what PBC doing and it's fucking the game up.
Right. Hey, we can say what we want about Aram and Don King. We know the fighters got some raw deals, but we've seen some good fights.
I don't care what they've been making. At this point, I don't feel bad for you. We can feel bad for do the UFC fans talk about, oh, Mastodon. They just not start talking about the pay discrepancy there.
Yep. And they gonna have to do their own civil rights fight for money, but shit, while it's all going on, these motherfuckers trying to kill each other, and that's what they should be doing in boxing.
Females banging, everybody banging. You know what I'm saying?
The weakest fight on that card Saturday was Usman Masvidal. Every other fucking fight was bomb butter, man.
Line, bro. It was, and they did 1.3 million.
Oh, buys.
1.3 million.
Hey, that is huge.
And you got to think about it. It's nothing on. Basketball ain't came back. Baseball ain't on. Like,
basketball.
UFC.
2 players tested positive in the bubble too.
Yeah, I don't even know why. Like, damn, who's trying to watch basketball in pretty much August?
Man,
ain't no football going on. I'll take it. I ain't even gonna front you.
Me and Antoine Eccles got into it on Facebook about UFC, about the UFC. I put a post that says UFC is killing boxing right now, you know, as far as programming. And he was talking about, well, boxers make way more money, but fucking boxers ain't fighting. So what's the point?
What does it matter if they make more money?
Right.
The viewership is more important. 1.3 million people. You probably can add up the majority of the top ranked cards for free, and they probably don't add up to that.
Man, what I saw a meme for Top Rank. They had 393 views on basic cable television, and they compared it to a UFC pay-per-view that was earlier that had 700,000 pay-per-view buys.
Hey, Michael Sports said that he was a dude that used to be on the Boxing Voice and shit. Check his shit out. Michael Sports. He said that the what's that shit? The Nathan hot dog eating contest this year had more viewerships than Top Rank. They did better views than Top Rank.
Dude ate about 70 some hot dogs, man. He was
that motherfucker's gonna be doodling for a week.
Dog, 74 hot dogs. They called him the Glizzy Guzzler on Twitter.
Hey, they did more viewerships than the Top Rank card Thursday before that.
That's a goddamn shame.
How's a hot dog eating it ain't like you can get mad at Bob and Todd the Buff and them. But you know, if the fighter's not gonna fight on short notice, I mean, it ain't nothing. You can't put a gun to their head and make them fight. But
you know, you can make the motherfuckers that fight on Azteca fight on short notice, and they got live fights.
They got Azteca fights. That becomes ESPN.
Azteca fight, they pick a motherfucker from the crowd. Come on, Bob. Come on, fool.
It ain't nothing they can do about it if the fighter's like PBC.
Yeah.
Hey,
That make
All I
you
know, hey, if Dana White get control of the PBC fighters, it's gonna be better.
I don't even think they're in the purchasing business no more for that. What's going on?
I
Hey,
hadn't heard anything new on that, and I had an inside track on that, and I hadn't heard anything new in months.
dang.
But at one point, they were at the table. I can tell you that much.
They was at the table for Top Rank too. They was trying to purchase Top Rank too. That's crazy. You said Top Rank ain't even competing. The Zone, Matchroom, Golden Boy, Second Four compared to PBC by themselves. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even know what the Zone gonna look like when they come back because I don't care about no Canelo and Quigley and man, I don't care about that. What else can they put on? I mean, Dillian White and Povetkin might be solid.
I think the Zone gonna be doing Pokemon trading cards and shit. Pokemon League and shit. That you can't maintain how they've been running their business model, man. I said this, a couple of years ago when they were coming in. They're gonna come in. They got to come correct. You got Canelo, but what are you giving Canelo? Who was that? Or what was that? I saw Canelo supposed to be fighting somebody I never heard of again.
I don't know what it is.
David Lemieux, right?
No, I think David Lemieux priced himself out.
I don't blame Price just about Canelo. That's like you're getting a Floyd fight at this point.
Right. Just at least the F in Floyd. Goddamn.
Lawrence Williams said they got Virgil Ortiz in July. I really don't care about that fight versus him. If he would have fought Ray Robinson, I would have watched. But I ain't watching.
Let Ortiz fight Mean Machine.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I mean, I think Ray Robinson was a good step up. Vargas just, I don't know. He been beat by everybody in the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? But I like
talking about the kid with the popcorn on his back.
Is that him? He dropped Amir Khan a couple times.
Yeah, that's the kid with the popcorn. Thought people were thinking he took steroids because he had popcorn on his back. He got those bumps.
Oh, he's talking about like Jesse Vargas got.
Yeah.
They could have put him in there with Jesse Vargas. Fuck Jesse Vargas.
Hey, what I was gonna say, CJ, I remember your video when you was talking about Al Heyman, Gary Russell issues, which made me think about that video I did recently on Mr. Hawthorne. And he basically said something a little what we all know, basically, like he's mentioned how like Al Heyman will give fighters some money or something like that. They need some money to hold them over or whatnot.
Yeah, that's what he do. He'll give you some money to hold you over if you got legal fees. Remember, he paid Antonio Tarver Vegas debt. Then gave him a job on Showtime and he lost the job. And we all know why.
But no, I was gonna say, remember when DAZN was making this push over here and they was offering everybody? I'm pretty sure they kept on being in talks, but Al probably finessed it and like, hey.
No, he got ultimate saying power, bro. When that remember that shit broke out on the internet? Yeah. If you wonder Al, he take 15% or 18% less of the 33% going rate depends on where you fall at, and in turn he get more power. You can't do nothing without him signing off on it. So if you want to do something in the boxing ring, you want to fight a guy without Al Heyman giving you permission slip, you can't do it.
Right, and so that's why I was like, we do like to get on the zone about this and that, but I'm like, shoot, they tried, but I mean, hey,
he got to sign off on it, and he got what is a disparagement or non-disclosure agreement. You never hear people say nothing about Al, because he make you sign a confidentiality. You can't say nothing about him.
It's in everybody's contract after they win a fight. First, I like to thank Al. I like to thank God. You got to thank Al.
Nothing to do. He let David Benavidez.
I know some people right now that'll say some bad shit about Al because they not under contract. But I've been trying to get them on.
It's some people.
Kelly Swanson gonna revoke your credentials.
I'm not worried about that. I got bread. I can buy tickets. So.
But you look at he let David Benavidez go to Top Rank until Samson Boxing was gonna sue Bob Arum.
Man, why he ain't let Deontay Wilder fight Charles Martin?
You think why you think Foreman stopped doing commentary? They got to change up at some point.
And he old.
And then you got what else you had with the NBC football? They getting rid of who called that shit? Chris Collinsworth. He leaving. And what's the other dude that called it with him? Is it Al Michaels? Yeah. They replacing
Al Michaels.
Yeah, they replacing them with Drew Brees eventually and Mike Tirico. So eventually you got to switch up the sound. Unless you like my favorite was Pat Summerall and motherfucking John Madden when I was growing up.
How did Mike Tirico get into the sportscasting business from Canada, bro?
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, he gonna be the next voice of whatever NBC do, because it's gonna be a shakeup. I think they're gonna put some Sunday or Monday Night Football back on ABC, so it's gonna be a huge shakeup on football. But let's talk about the UFC thing to close it out. Is UFC starting to, basically, surpass boxing? Number one combat sport. You don't think so?
Of course, there's something special about a dictatorship that's always moving, that's always working.
No competition.
That too. Monopolization of the sport.
Hold on, detail the truths in super chat. Appreciate it. I mean, even if it was they work together in boxing, the dictatorship is always with no competition gonna overtake that.
Mm-hmm. But at this point in the growth of the UFC, they've been around 27 years. And I watched the very first UFC live in 93. To watch it go from that shit that I saw as a kid to what it is now, it's amazing. And I was talking to somebody. It was Antoine Eccles. I was telling him, look, in 27 years, this sport is going eye to eye with boxing. In this moment of COVID, they had the opportunity to not only surpass boxing, but to put it to the side for good because of the way that they're moving. How many cards have they had since COVID started? 5, 6, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite a few.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
You've had 3 pay-per-views. You've had 2 or 3 free cards, and virtually all of them have been fire. And that's the truth. Plus, what me and CJ were on the phone watching the UFC fight Saturday, and we were commentating. We weren't commentating. We were talking to each other back and forth about what these fighters were doing. The Jose Aldo Russian guy, I forget the Russian guy's name, but we were talking about how good they are at boxing. Just Jose Aldo trained with professional boxers, some named fighters, and the thing is, these guys were throwing crisp punches, combinations, 6 and 7 punch combinations. Russian dude is throwing to the body heavy. Jan Peter. Jose Aldo's doing his thing. And then it just got to a point where age overcame young age overcame old age. And the Russian just beat the fucking shit out of Aldo at the end of the fight. That stoppage was late, C4. It was late. The motherfucker. That motherfucker got
I was just saying that shit for you came on. I'm like, man, even me, I like savagery, but I was like, that's a little bit too much for my liking. I couldn't
had a brain injury.
Joe Ferrari say, what the F for Monopoly? There's a bunch of other MMA promotions. We said no competition.
Joe Ferrari, bro. Listen, I've been with MMA since it started, bro. I know that there's other promotions, but let's keep it real. Is anybody looking out for those other promotions except hardcore fans?
Bellator. I watched Bellator when it was on Showtime. I didn't have anything else to do back, but they had that big federal dude. I kind of liked him when he came on. Right. When he was UFC, I think he got his ass kicked.
On this panel, you got realists, and that's the thing. We're all realists. We're not fanboys. We're looking at it for what it is. The UFC is the most dominant factor in mixed martial arts. That's just what it is. So I don't hear people talking about the Bellator fight unless they're hardcore MMA fans. You got to have an eye for it. You got to be steeped in it. But for a casual fan and a lot of casual fans, UFC is MMA. And so you kind of got to look at it that way.
And I mean, they just killing it right now. And I'm a hardcore boxing fanatic, but from women gave them an extra boost, Khabib and Conor was the resuscitator, and John Jones coming back. They resuscitated the sport. Conor, when Ronda Rousey left, a nice chunk of people left, and then Conor left. When they all came back, like, kind of resuscitated the sport, and they ain't stopped since. But you got to remember too, they did what PBC already done. They was on Fox first. People forgot that.
Yep. Right. It wasn't that long ago. It was a year or two ago.
Yeah, they was on Fox first
for years.
They was putting fights on free TV first too before PBC came on.
Yeah, I think they had. I think they ran 8 years or 9 years on Fox.
So
they ran a while.
So they was on free. They set the model that PBC got up. They set that up, and now, but Al just fucked the bag up. To be honest, they don't talk about that.
Yep.
The bag was he had NBC. He kicked Kathy Duval. Kathy Duval had a good thing going on NBC and NBC Sports. Remember, Kovalev got to start there. People don't remember that. Remember, Tyson Fury got knocked down by Steve Cunningham on NBC Afternoon. Remember that? Also, Derek Stanley fought Curtis Stevenson. There was some good fights Kathy Duval had going on. But Al Heyman took NBC Sports. He took over what else he had? CBS. He had all the channels. Spike. You know, Spike probably went to Paramount TV network because Al Heyman fucked their old money up.
Yeah.
He had all the TV, all the free TV channels. Remember they had the fake 24/7 that came on like FS1?
Mm-hmm. They were on Fox across the board, you know, at any given time. But I keep seeing those money comments about the fighters not getting paid as well. Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't give a fuck about that money. If they want their money, they're gonna get their money. They'll figure it out. It's not my job to worry about what another motherfucker makes. So I'm just so sick of fucking money, bro.
JW say Fight TV say why Tarver dropped out from Showtime. All right, for people who don't know this story, I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna let Banco go. All right, Lateef Coyote was fighting somebody. He criticized Lateef Coyote. Lateef Coyote got mad. So Tarver took off the motherfucking suit and tie, and Tarver was the best thing going commentating. I don't care what nobody say. He took off his suit and tie. They fought. He failed the drug test, and that was it. That's as simple as it was. That's exactly how it happened.
Failed a drug test.
That's what happened. They argued because he had got some constructive criticism from Lateef Coyote. They argued. Then he ended up taking the suit off. They fought. Was it a split draw? It was a draw. Tarver failed the drug test. They got rid of him. Then he went to Spike for a minute, but that's exactly what happened. Once he fell for steroids, Showtime wouldn't fuck with him no more. Remember, Al got him that job after he had owed that debt in the casino. In the casinos, Al paid his debt off, and he was the best thing going, bro. Like Tarver was intellectual, IQ. He had the mouth. You didn't have to see his face. No offense to him.
Natural camouflage.
You know, he was a natural on the mic, and unfortunately, Coyote had some bad motherfucking luck because he fought Luis Ortiz, and Ortiz juiced up on him too.
Damn.
If you get an interview with that guy and you get him drunk and open up, hey man, he got some shit to say about Ortiz, bro, and probably about Tarver.
Can somebody get what's his name, Liam Muhammad on here?
Leon Muhammad, who's that?
Ain't that his name? Muhammad dude, the funny dude that always be talking about
that guy with the googly eyes.
Talking about oh man, that's Champ Side boy.
That dude hilarious.
My
that dude.
Does he have a condition or something?
He was a fighter, wasn't he? He said, "Nigga Earl Spence always drunk." I was like, "Whoa." That's one crazy dude. But UFC right now, bro, it ain't looking good for boxing. Boxing, they got one big fight, commercially wise, that I see doing 1.3.
And this COVID thing, this bitch could go another year or two, realistically.
Right.
What are you gonna do then? It's gonna be desperation fights. People, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna buy no fight that's bullshit. And I'm not gonna watch a fight that's bullshit.
Thanks. I'm gonna stream it.
I'm not gonna watch it. I don't give a fuck about bullshit matchups. It has to be prime. We are, as fans, we are owed years of good fucking fights.
I'm gonna say it nicely, a half a decade, bro. I'm gonna be nice.
Shit. I'm gonna go further. 7 years. God damn it.
It probably could be 7 years. Because in the beginning, the 2000s and the 2010s, the beginning of them, that was still some good ass fights going on.
Yeah.
Maidana and Mayweather killed up a lot of shit, bro. But don't forget, Al Heyman was the reason that UFC got to put on fights in New York.
That's why I'm not gonna be doing any fucking hypothetical matchups, debates. I don't do that shit anymore because there's nothing to fucking talk about until we see some reality. So I've just been on this kick. I've been on this kick for a while. It's just how I feel.
I feel you.
It's getting tired. Like, dude, this motherfucker's 30 and still ain't talking about fighting each other. We gonna have, we didn't go get Tommy Hearns and motherfucking Ray Leonard. We gonna get them fight if they fight tomorrow.
Hey, listen, They is working on whatever a big three type of boxing thing for the old people. I don't know what it's
I
gonna be
don't
called.
want to see that shit, man. Somebody
Man,
gonna die in the ring.
it's gonna be way more entertaining than what we get now. They
I'm not watching them. Look here, man. I'm not watching them old niggas killing. We was just talking about the movie Old School. Somebody gonna have a blue moment.
Man,
Blue boy, blue. Somebody gonna fall out in the motherfucker. I ain't about to watch some of my heroes die. If they let Riddick Bowe fight, bro, I'm starting a petition, bro.
nah, it's gonna be an age
Hey,
fight, like 40 to 60. That's probably
real talk. Watching Riddick Bowe fight is gonna be like a sloth bear fighting anybody.
Man, what is this? The senior PGA of boxing? I ain't trying to see that shit.
I mean,
I went to a Big 3 game and I was shocked, so I'm just like,
I'm coming to Big 3 game. Yeah, that's different though.
I mean, Riddick Bowe literally exists in slow time, bro. I mean,
I tell you this, he'll fuck these heavyweights up in his prime.
oh, definitely. He was nice. He was nice in his prime.
Right now, it's over with. Definitely. Y'all got any questions? But y'all got any questions? If y'all got questions, we talk about the UFC. But yeah, UFC, they gonna like it. They started the free TV model, bro, and Al Heyman just followed it. And they didn't do nothing with the model neither.
You ever read the history of Prohibition, CJ?
All the liquor shit.
Yeah. Prohibition was how Italians and Irish gangs got rich. It was an opportunity when they outlawed alcohol. This is the same thing that's going on in boxing and with COVID.
When it was cigarettes too?
No, it was alcohol.
But then they used to run cigarettes too, right?
No, it was just alcohol.
Not them, but they used to run cigarettes. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, but cigarettes weren't outlawed. It was just alcohol. It was the I forget the name of the act, but it was led by the women's suffrage movement.
Why was they selling cigarettes then?
Fuck, I don't know, but it was the outlawing of alcohol. But my whole point is the opportunity was there for people to capitalize on a lack of alcohol. You got a lack of sports right now with COVID, and the UFC is filling that motherfucker up. And people don't. I mean, there's nothing else. You talking about the NBA bubble and the Redskins changing their name, but we get good ass fight cards from the UFC while boxing's sitting on their fucking hands. That's the problem. It's a big opportunity, and honestly, the Prohibition made the gangsters that everybody know about the gangsters that everybody knows about. And this is the same thing I see happening with the UFC and boxing. You're going to see one grow, one decline. Watch that boxing market come back fucked up. Promise you.
Somebody just said James Toney gonna be brain dead with that Big 3. LMAO lights out. Hey, you saw when I reshared that it was that video of James Toney and Tarver talking about who's the best, and I was like, that 78 and Negro want to beat them so bad.
That motherfucker. I'm like, James, brother, it's over with, bro.
Tony, motherfucker. Fuck.
He was in that training James the Beast Wilson, though.
Yeah, he was helping Caleb Plant, too.
Yeah, I know certain fighters gotta recognize that they're speaking differently. I just never understood why fighters didn't stop or don't have a governor. Maybe it's the competitive edge. I don't know.
They manage their money. They ain't have like CJ Bringo with who you said Finkel that set up Breland with the annuities.
Yeah, he's still fucking stuttering too.
Yeah.
He still got 300 coming there a year. They said Charlo Rosario. That'd be a good fight. They make that fight. That'd be a good one.
I just think Rosario gets him, man.
Make Charlo undrive, man.
They ain't gonna never happen.
Listen,
Southpaws, bro.
We talking fantasy shit right now.
Man, something that gotta save. I mean, that's a big unification. If he beat Andrade, he top dog at 160.
Yeah. Andrade's not going to fight anybody. He's going to go his whole career without fighting anybody tangible, bro.
It ain't his fault. He want to fight him. He played with his name too much a long time ago.
You're right.
Like having a business and you have bad food, and then all of a sudden you get good food. People ain't gonna fuck with that business unless you change the name of the business or the location.
Yep,
it's a wrap. He and people can stand on that. Well, he dug me back in 2009 and shit. He said Lubin to Harrison. I don't know why people like that fight so much.
Dog food.
Yeah, I think Harrison beat the brakes off Lubin, man.
I don't know. Lubin beat his ass in sparring, but that's sparring. I don't know. I don't get it. Lubin. I mean, what my thing about Lubin is, I'm tired of seeing this motherfucker fight. Who he gonna fight? That's good. Tony Harrison come off a knockout loss.
Who he fought in the top 15 yet since his
Man,
loss?
dude, bro, he ain't fought nobody, bro.
Where was Goucher ranked at? Where was to fight Goucher?
Yeah, he didn't fight Goucher.
They taking too long to build a motherfucker's confidence.
Yeah, like my whole thing with Lubin is this, bro. If he fought Harrison now, he came off a knockout, so he still ain't. Yeah, thank you. He still ain't got a good win. Where is this tangible, this really good win gonna come from him?
Shoot, he can fight Steve Rose. He good enough for Triple G.
Man,
he's gonna fight a gym teacher.
In a perfect world, I would like to see him like fight Teixeira.
Come on, kids, let's do 20 jumping jacks, and then I'm gonna go fight Lubin.
They said J-Rock is supposed to take a tune-up and come back to fight the winner of Rosario and Charlo. I'm like, man, I don't know, brother.
Hey, you laughing, but Steve Rose was landing some shots on Triple G before he got knocked out.
yeah, he was. I wasn't being. This is what I'm saying. The caliber of opponent. It doesn't matter. When Steve was fighting, he had just got through working at the school. It doesn't matter what anybody said.
For real?
Yeah, I'm just saying, the motherfucker just locked up the gym, came to the goddamn fight.
He might be a pizza delivery guy.
Somebody asked about Gilberto Ramirez from Triple G. They too far away. Triple G ain't on retire middleweight.
Man,
hey, no guys. Big drama show. Very good fighter.
No. Kovalev. I'll fuck with racist ass Kovalev if I fuck with Triple G, bro.
Hey, at least you know what you get with Kovalev.
You ain't lying. Kovalev is racist, but he gonna fight. Kovalev is gonna fight, bro.
Vodka and a nigga that kick dogs' asses.
You ain't lying. He said,
I said, sit down, goddamn dog. I'll beat your ass again.
Shit out that dog. They said her versus Lubin. Her just probably gonna need some amateur fights, bro. They got to take this nigga to underground fighting. Fight there for a year straight to get his balance. They try to turn him into a technical fighter, bro.
Shoot, he might not even be close to 154 right now.
Hey, real talk. The way that Jared Hurd has looked in several of those fights, bro, I feel concerned for him, man. You know, that Mexican style, if you're not brought up in that Mexican style, you got to condition your body for a lifetime to do that shit that Mexicans do. And plus, a lot of times, a lot of Mexicans coming up aren't fighting guys that are athletic, that punch as hard as some of the guys that Hurd has dealt with. That J-Rock fight was just J-Rock was significantly accurate. He was moving around, and Hurd hadn't made any adjustments. I don't know moving forward. Was he supposed to fight at middleweight, right?
No, he said
he's too big for 54 though, man.
He needs to stop that shit. He's gonna die in the ring. I mean, real talk. Fighting at 54, that dude is 6 foot what? 6'2"?
No, he like 6 foot. He like 6 foot.
But he's a huge.
Yeah,
he's too big.
He built like a safety in the NFL. Like when he ain't fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can make the weight, shit, I just don't see him becoming a boxer. Somebody said Loma and Teofimo Lopez. I got a feeling that fight ain't gonna happen.
They ain't gonna put Lomachenko in any danger. They already learned that lesson with the cab driver, bro. Shit.
Right? I mean, shoot, Russell had his chance, but Russell was young when he fought Loma, right?
That nigga didn't fight a soul before that fight. That nigga, man, Loma had better fights fighting cab drivers and Salito. That nigga ain't fight. Don't look at his first 20 fights before he fought Lomachenko.
Same thing. Hey man, what happened to the X-Man?
I can turn my cam on and my phone and go outside and fight a crackhead. That's better than
Salito was fighting Miller genuine draft and shit before that. God damn it.
No, he had a resume. He fought he got beat up by Gamboa. He beat up Lopez twice.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Robert Guerrero but failed to drug. He got a resume, but Salito didn't fought the best of the best.
You mean he's lost to the best of the best?
No, he beat a lot of them motherfuckers. Shit.
I don't know his record, so you have to forgive me.
Yeah, he beat up Robert Guerrero, but he failed the drug test. I don't know what he failed for. He beat one of my I've told this shit the other time on live. He had Lopez accusing the ref of cheating and gambling on the fight, bro. They suspended the shit out of that. Man, Puerto Rico almost flipped up. So I was watching that fight. Puerto Rico almost flipped upside down that night. He went down to Puerto Rico, and the Mex man, Lito got some gems, bro, but he got beat up by Mikey. Didn't he lose to Rocky Martinez one of those fights? Him and Rocky Martinez was the rematch on the Mayweather Berto card. That was flames.
Yeah.
So Lito fucking he a cab driving legend, bro.
You got to be careful going to Puerto Rico, goddamn it.
Man, he whooped his ass. He knocked him out in Puerto Rico, had his jaw hanging. Lopez said, I know, I ain't know what the fuck he was saying, but I knew it wasn't good.
Hey, let me ask you a question, CJ. Deshaun Johnson says Battle of the Juice White versus Miller, but what do you think should happen to not Dillian White, but Gerald Miller?
Probably a suspension.
If he got that John Jones symptom, I seen somebody comment that on your one of your videos, like he just keep on popping for whatever substance be in his supplements.
Nah, that motherfucker's eating them bitches like gummy bears.
But no, but what he taking ain't like some thing that's gonna make him like be like, I don't know, but it's just like more so for recovery or whatever. Whoever his guy is that he got training him or screening his supplements, they not doing a good job.
Man,
I ain't about to shit. I don't like his ass. But I ain't about to shit on him. They get Canelo a pass. They get Dillian White a pass. They get all these other motherfuckers that had shit in their hand wraps. Give him a small suspension. Give him a nice little suspension, and that's it. Fuck that. They always trying to make it. They always trying to make an example of a brother, bro.
Canelo be sticking a needle in his ass.
Margarito should never been able to fight again. He should have been in jail.
You ain't lying, bro. They always want to make examples of us.
Man, Margarita, man, that shit there should be a
White,
prison sentence.
He went in there and fought when everybody but the fighter knew in his camp that he had a positive test, and they swept that shit under the rug.
Yep. Never seen that B sample.
Never seen that B sample. Ain't never come out. Now I would never go to the UK and fight again.
I can't blame him.
That B sample did fade to black, didn't it?
Yep. Paid them off. And they paid Oscar Rivas off too, and then try to sign him.
And this is the thing: B sample, A sample, B sample is the same sample. Goddamn, this is what I know. I was in drug testing and pharmaceuticals. That's what I did as a career. If you got an A and B sample, it ain't gonna change. It's highly unlikely. And if it does change, there's some fuck shit going on. Sorry,
that's the truth. The laboratory messed something up. Then,
yeah, it's rare.
They didn't mess up. Somebody got paid.
It's rare.
Canelo versus Hagler, man.
Dude, I be seeing some crazy shit with Canelo. I'm like, man, how about Canelo versus the motherfucking contemporaries he has? How about that? Shit. Because he's seen that he is great at avoiding that shit. He got great footwork avoiding Charlos, avoiding any abilities.
I can't speak English, but I fight Marvin Hagler right now. I fight him right now.
He will fight Marvin Hagler.
They the same size.
Hey, don't be surprised. Canelo Cotto too.
Hell, don't be surprised if they dig up one of ancient middleweights and then Canelo fight that motherfucker.
Come on, Carlos Monzon, let's dig you up. Somebody said Edwin Valero could beat Floyd Mayweather.
I saw that bullshit.
I'm like, okay.
I'm like, who the fuck did Edwin Valero fight?
He supposedly had knocked out Oscar De La Hoya in sparring. That's it. Floyd would have punished that motherfucker.
Man, the way that dude punched, you can see Floyd can see all that shit coming.
Yeah, I went back and watched a little bit of the highlights from him beating Guerrero, and that was a massacre.
Man, Edwin Valero was famous for beating up Antonio DeMarco and knocking out De La Hoya in fucking sparring. That's what he was known for.
Yeah, but them people that I saw him fight, I'm like, man, come on, dude. Shit, it's better fights at elementary school, goddamn.
Benavidez and Plant. I mean, the longer they wait, the more it's gonna benefit Benavidez. That's why he dug it with Plant. Plant probably out boxing right now. He's still young. Man, people forget he struggled with. I swear to God, people got their selective memory, bro. He got dropped by Ronald. Remember that? He dropped his ass. I thought he lost to Ronald.
Yeah, 68 is the other division I like, man. But it's just, again, they're falling into the welterweight trap. They're not fighting each other. You know, 54 is my favorite division right now. I'm just waiting for somebody to make a fight. You know, that's the only thing. If people start making,
Rosario and Charlo could be next.
yeah, next win though.
I heard they could be next. I think Rosario got cleared to come from Dominican Republic. He should be here. So
You said what?
I said he got cleared to come from the Dominican Republic. I think it is. He should. I heard that's something they think about doing next.
Yeah, that would be a great fight. That'd be a unification. So, yeah, I would. I love that fight. I just think that Charlo, the problem with Charlo is his mentals. If you get him emotional, you got him.
Yeah, he's a sucker, man. I'll never lose to a sucker.
Yeah,
he was beating his ass too, man. They was gonna rob Tony Harrison ass in the rematch.
I was looking at them scorecards. I was like, "That ain't it, Chief."
And man, I mean, they swear PBC ain't got no funny activity going on.
Man, all those promotions do. All those promotions do.
And then he don't even want. He cheated with this bottle. Nobody want to talk about that cheat. See, everything want to be selective about cheat. He cheated with the bottle. Then don't even want to get a nigga a rematch. I ain't never seen no shit, man. I'm telling you, man. Like boxing, they do. It's just no more. It's no integrity in it no more, man.
Man, dude, told me in your live last time that Harrison wasn't hitting Charlo with that garlic butter. I was like, I don't know what fight he was watching.
He was beating the shit out of Charlo. He shouldn't exchange hooks with him, but he get tired. Tony Harrison got to figure it out. But don't everybody get the best trainers?
He gotta go get with Snack.
Or he gotta live with Blu-ray. Shit, ever since Earl left Blu-ray, that motherfucker look like a VHS.
And that might need a DVD. That boy VHS.
I'm telling Ryan Killer, if I move down to Texas, man, and Dallas, man, I'm hiring Blu-ray. I'm straight up and down. I ain't even training for that, dog. Now, whatever he doing, bro, I whatever he asks, I don't even fuck with personal trainers. I do it. That motherfucker the truth. Whatever he do, he the truth. He good at what he do.
I'm gonna go back and laugh at him and Troy King on StubHub channel.
Oh, that shit was funny. He said, "Use a motherfucking strength and conditioning coach."
Who said this?
Troy King, bro.
Because he was telling Blu-ray was like, "Man, I'll get in the ring and do good with Amir Khan right now." And Troy King said, "You won't do good."
He sparred that. He sparred him too. Troy King sparred Amir Khan.
How's his career going?
He doing more training now. He realized there's a lot of politics in there. I think he done bagged off from it.
I remember they was telling me that I ain't gonna say this shit on live, bro, but I won't care.
You might as well say it. Shit.
I ain't gonna say it, man. I promise somebody I will say it. It's something about Kenny Porter. I'm not gonna say it though.
Oh shit. I don't even want to start talking about that.
Man, Kenny Porter got them hands put on him. That's all I'm gonna say.
he said he got that lotion without the lotion, huh?
He got the hands put on him. Somebody put some hands on Kenny in the gym. That's all I'm gonna say.
So that motherfucker got Tina Turner in the gym.
That motherfucker by Kenny Porter Jr.
Damn.
He said
he got barbershop.
Man, he got barbershop before barbershop.
Ooh.
He got them hands, his son.
Yeah, nobody talks about Kenny Porter Jr., huh? That story.
He got them hands put on him. Hands, shoulders, knees, wipe me down. He got wiped down already. If I was Fred, I'll be talking about that. Fred too much of a beta male to talk back. He probably called Kenny. Kenny, I apologize. Now, can I come to the gym and get another interview?
Man, this dude told Bob Arum to give him $500,000 to fight Bud.
Who said this?
Fred. I swear to God.
Seriously?
Yeah.
See, I'm out the loop with that type of shit. So that's why that's hilarious to me.
It's on one of my videos. I think.
Why he run from him in Carson? It was at Shakur Stevenson. I think Joel Gonzalez. Nigga, like I ain't gonna say nobody's name. They some Cali niggas was going and shit, and they was like, "Man, come on, Fred." They said Fred was scared to go because he knew Budden was gonna be there with his scary ass.
Dude, I think put the link on my one of my videos, the last one I did about Fred hating on Bud. I think I can go find.
But he don't want to be in the same vicinity though, bro.
That's why you got to maintain your position, man. I think a lot of people get so close to their subjects that they start to believe they are their subjects.
He mad because the dude wouldn't give him an interview.
Right.
He mad because Andre Ward wouldn't give him an interview. Oh, okay. For every Bud Crawford, Andre Ward, there's a 50,000 other fighters interview.
I got him every week, so I don't get it.
He has a female tendency to hold on to things. That's what females do. Me and my boys, we go in the backyard, box it out, cuss each other out, and still shake hands. Once females cross that line, they can never be friends again. Cousins, sisters fall out for years. So I'm not trying. He's really a female, bro. He's really a female. I wouldn't be surprised if Fred wasn't a transgender. He had a vagina.
God damn! I just went there.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's legitimately a vagina.
Hey,
Don't be surprised if he got hair and he's a vagina, bro. I don't be surprised if he didn't have no balls. No, them kids is probably like made in the laboratory or they had a sperm donor or some shit.
Hey, I put the link. Rod, what's his name? Rod, something that's on Twitter. I put the link in the chat and in this chat, and it's like, what is it? Almost to a 2-hour mark when he started calling out Bud.
C Dub said I found a video when Fred said he was going to throw a white paint on Bud unsub. Please, dude, please pull up. Like
he said he would throw white paint on Bud.
Man, please.
They
right there, Omaha. Just go up to Omaha. You got money. Drive your little Tesla and charge that bitch up across the country. Or you can fly to Omaha. They at the B&B boxing gym every day. They'll let you put the gloves on. You can spar on. Y'all can go live and we can see what he's just talking. But like the dude is, I'm telling you, he's a transgender, bro.
Why would you say something like that?
Because he hates himself.
He's a
self-hating Negro. His kids are named Lincoln and Kennedy, bro. Not Malcolm and Coretta. Lincoln and Kennedy. Come on, man. Terry Crews talking about black supremacists. This dude is a white supremacist. I'm telling you, he's a transgender white supremacist, bro.
Just to see for us, I think Fred campaign videos.
First, he was a Republican, right? No, what was he? A basketball coach first.
Yeah, I trained all these people.
First, he's
I saw the basketball video.
Then he was a Republican.
Where is it?
Then he was a pastor. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, man. This dude is a transgender great American value brand of Kanye West, bro.
Hey, battle of the bald heads. Fanon and Fred versus Negro in 78.
I don't like none of them niggas.
Who come out on top?
The pedophile. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
The maniac.
The pedophile. How your general got I don't even want to talk about it, but how your general got a fans only account with a 21-year-old girl. This motherfucker 41-year-old. Come on, man. Y'all niggas is just weird, bro.
He say pimping, man.
Pimping. Name me the last time you seen Bishop Don Juan kiss one of his hoes in the mouth. Name me the last time you seen Sauce Walker kiss one of them white hoes in the mouth.
You got a point.
Tell me that.
I've not seen this.
Have you ever seen a pimp? When 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg did the PIMP video, was they kissing any of them hoes in the mouth? I'm just saying. I ain't never seen it before. You got these dudes that's supposed to be family men and got kids and married, and then they ain't flying out to see Brittany Renner. They flying out to see, some basic chicks. Yeah, I mean, he could just pull up to the motherfucking Milwaukee High School and get one of them, can't you?
I generally lay back on this shit, but I'm gonna say this. I don't really give a fuck what people do, but to watch the hypocrisy of that group of people after what went down with me after I left, and then to see the co-signing of certain things, it goes to show people do what they want to do.
Hey, listen.
They okay whatever they want to okay. What'd you say, Banco?
Oh, I was gonna say, man, I'm ready for you and CJ and whoever else left 30 for 30 YouTube video.
Ain't gonna be no 30 for 30.
No, man. Shit, I ain't got 5 minutes for that shit.
It's gonna be over with.
They be like, yeah, we're contacting the old members of this group. We're paying you guys $30,000 on video.
my name came up in the Smoke City Modcast last week, and I found out like 2 days later. I'm like, and I was called an anti-LDBC channel. I'm like, I wasn't y'all fucking enemy. Y'all made me y'all enemy. And when I left, it was on good terms. Y'all kept that shit going. Y'all unsubbed. Y'all started talking shit. Then other shit. Then my privacy was violated. So, but I never said anything because I walked away from all of it. I cut that shit off. And so, at the end of the day, to watch these same people who tried to disparage my name, cosign. Oh, he said, you knew I sound like Windbreaker? Go L Boogie? Oh, you one of them, huh? Yeah, bruh. That's funny. But the true story, the facts, I have everything. Why put it out? Why prove it to people who already bought their bullshit ass narratives? They've decided to go the direction that they've gone. I went the direction that I've gone. Bringing my name up, trying to make me a lightning rod because y'all not the same. That's on y'all. That's on y'all. And that's what happens when you lose components. That's what happens when there's crab barreling and backstabbing and bullshit. So that's the whole thing. That's what CJ went through. That's what I went through. And so when you look back, I try not to speak on it too much because that's the past. And I'm in a different place as far as what I do on social media. But it's always funny when they ridicule, but they don't. But when it's time, when the facts and the truth come out, they're never around. They never got shit to say.
That's facts.
So as a man, and anybody that knows me know I'm a solid motherfucker. So I don't like to talk about myself, but solid motherfuckers that stand on their own usually have motherfuckers that try to go against them, and they usually come in packs. Cowards roll in packs. That's how I see shit. You bringing my name up. I ain't spoke on y'all in 4 fucking months. And the only time I did speak on y'all is when motherfuckers was popping up in my chat talking shit. I remember one guy. You remember that CJ guy popped up in my chat. I had to go ahead and do a complete video on that ass. So this is the way I see it. When the shit went down, I was walking away from the game and I took a sabbatical. Now that I'm back, y'all gonna see how it is. You keep bringing up my fucking name, this shit's gonna get real. And that's just how I'm gonna. It's gonna be like what CJ was like when he first left. So keep the shit coming.
All right. Anything y'all want to say before we get off? I'm about to go eat. Tell them where they can find y'all at.
Man, y'all can find me at Banco Boxing. I got another channel that's gonna be in the link of Banco Boxing. If y'all want to mess with that channel, y'all get at me.
And y'all can find me, Lion Killer LC, at Lion Killer LC. We interview boxers. We interview people. We talk and have conversations. So no debates, no narratives, no bullshit. Just keeping it 1 million.
Hey, does that come on before all your videos?
What?
That what you just said?
No, but it is nice. I did put that shit together just now.
Hey, you need to let that run before every video. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
No debates, no bullshit, no narratives.
Put it like the movie version when you about to run like a damn what you call it, preview.
Yep.
Yeah.
Starting now, you got Sylvester Stallone and Al Pacino in The Heat Meets Terminator. Now you got 35 seconds to hit the door, okay?
They were alive in the middle of the ground, on the toilet, in the city. All righty.
And also no fake pimping and no crying over motherfucking Terrence Crawford neither over there neither. So appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all share the video. We gone.
All right. Peace.
Bet.